It is time to cast our votes. We have 3 options before us. Return to the Wolfort domain, depart to the Rosellan village, or stay in the capital. Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
I agree wholeheartedly.
You have my vote.
I have faith in you.
You won me over.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen. The way forward is decided. We march to the Rosellan village and drive the bandits from the surrounding woods. I shall accompany Frederica to defend the Rosellan village. I know not what the bandits are after, but I cannot allow them to run rampant over the land.
Thank you, Serenoa. I am heartened to have you by my side.
Very well. Fulfill your duty to your domain. I shall see to things in the capital.
Then I shall venture to the Wolfort domain and make our report to Lord Simon in your stead.
And this is farewell for now. King Roland, Benedict, until our reunion in the capital.
Here we are, the Rosellan village.
Right! Just where that book we swiped from the archives pointed us. Ooh! You catch a whiff of that? Smells like treasure to me. Calling this hovel a village does a disservice to villages. We'll find that fortune soon enough.
Hold it, Trish. Maybe we'd best leave this treasure be.
Having second thoughts, Pa? Knees buckling at the thought of a little bloodshed?
Now just shut up and use your head for a bit, girl. You know the story of this village as well as I, how they fled from the cruelty of Hyzant. Seems to me we have more than a bit in common with these folk. And I don't wish to cause them any more suffering than is necessary.
You're getting soft in your old age, Pa. All right, have it your way. We'll give him a little scare, grab the treasure, and be on our way.
But there's one more. My damn back is still acting up. Not enough rest since the last job. Might be even worse than last time, as a matter of fact.
Did you go to sleep and wake up an old crone? Put your weapon in your hand and get moving! The likes of us only get one chance to grab fate by the horns, and this is ours! Wasn't it you who taught us to take what we can, 'cause the world ain't in the habit of giving?
I know, but I...
You know what? I don't want to hear your bleating. Go rest if you need it, because I don't need you. Me and the boys will handle the treasure hunting.
Wait, Trish! Damn back.
The members of House Wolfort, having earned momentary respite after reclaiming the capital,
decide to go their own ways. Roland remains in the capital to deal with his political opponents. Benedict returns to Castle Wolffort to visit the ailing Lord Simon. Serenoa and Frederica, having received reports from Jerome of bandits in the Rosellan village, depart to investigate.
Ah, Lord Serenoa, Lady Frederica. Glenbrook is as prosperous as it ever was. And I hear we have you two to thank for it.
Glenbrook owes its return to prosperity to many, Jerome. I only hope this marks the beginning of a journey toward peace.
As do I. So, what brings you to our humble village today?
We've received word that you've been having trouble with bandits.
And you came all the way here personally? Truly, I am moved.
You're under the protection of House Wolffort. I'm only doing my duty.
Of course. As a matter of fact, we have sighted bandits skulking about in the woods. Fortunately, they seem to be content with that.
I'm glad no one has come to harm.
For now, my lady. Doubtless they are probing our defenses for weaknesses. Although they've yet to bare their fangs, I feel their gaze on my back from time to time.
Bandits aren't known for planning ahead, but there's a first time for everything. I suggest we look into this, my lord.
I agree. If indeed there are bandits lurking about, we should flush them out or drive them away.
That would be much appreciated, my lord. We've sent out our own search parties, but with you by our side, the work will go all the quicker. However, I understand your recent days have been filled with strife, and you've journeyed far. Allow us one night to treat your arrival with the pomp it deserves.
Thank you, Jerome. I would welcome a night free from worry.
Then we shall prepare a feast. I look forward to hearing stories of your heroic exploits.
I've got a few of those. All it'll cost you is a few draughts of ale.
The villagers seem to be in high spirits. I hope the bandits have been scared off for good.
As do I. It was surprising to see that despite everything, the lives of most haven't changed a bit.
I cannot help but wonder what drew their attention in the first place, however.
You don't think it had something to do with the salt crystals, do you?
How would they know? Hyzant protects that information more fiercely than the goddess herself.
Then, perhaps in their desperation, they've stooped to capturing and selling the Roselle to Hyzant.
No. I won't allow the wickedness of House Telior to run rampant again.
It was only a thought, my lady. We know nothing for certain.
Indeed, and it will serve us not to conjecture endlessly. We need to flush these bandits out and hear it from their own mouths.
Aye, but even bandits value their own lives. They won't do anything rash, so long as the odds are against them.
Lord Serenoa! Bandits! They're everywhere!
What? Suppose these ones aren't the sharpest tools in the forge.
We must hurry.
Time to hand over the treasure.
Treasure? We are humble folk. There is no treasure here.
Don't play coy with us. We know it's here.
Yeah, no way Frost would go through the trouble of hiding this book if there weren't no treasure.
You fool! Don't go blabbing all our secrets.
A book? What book? We didn't see no book.
A book? They stole a book from the archives?
Use your eyes and think. If we were hiding treasure, would we not avail ourselves some small portion of it?
I suppose.
Don't let his fancy words befuddle that big head of yours. If they're just going to keep yapping on about having no treasure, we might as well drive him out and look for it ourselves. And if they get hurt in the process, they can't say we didn't warn them.
It is I who shall warn you. Cease this folly and we will not punish you. This place falls under our rule and we won't suffer bandits to harass our subjects.
We don't need the sufferance of some blue bloods. You'll regret crossing swords with me and mine. 'Tis your last chance. Hand over the treasure so we can all go home and Pa can stop his moaning about how we're so poor. Or don't hand it over and make it fun for us. We're coming for you either way.
I won't let you down.
Can do. I'll do my best.
At once!
Please, leave everything to me.
Leave the battlefield to me.
Understood.
As you wish.
Consider it done.
All right, come on, come all! I'll be giving out bruisings for free!
Whatever treasure you seek, it isn't here. Leave now and save us all unnecessary trouble.
Shut your trap! That's exactly what someone with treasure would say, and we're coming for it! Point me at him!
I shan't hold back.
Now then.
Here I come.
From where shall we strike?
Use this! Ready. I strike true!
For the greater good. Here you go.
I can feel it!
Allow me.
Time. If I can just get over there.
My time has come.
My time is now. With all my might.
All right, it's my turn! Now don't move and this'll all be over soon! I don't play around!
On my honor as the Dawn Spear.
Prepare yourself. for the greater good.
Thank you.
So it comes to battle. This should do it!
Maybe next time.
Point me at him! Yeah! Now, what say you to a little wheelin' and dealin'? Hand it over, and we'll let you go with your lives.
We'll have no truck with bandits. Continue this folly at your own peril.
Here I come. Lend me your wings, Flugy! This battle is won. I'll have a
Damn,
go.
that hurt!
I need this. We doing this? For you. What?
I stand ready. Out of my way!
It ain't over yet!
Someone give an old man a hand.
I saw that!
Stay down! Son of a swine herder! I can't go back to Pa empty-handed.
It's over. You've lost.
No more of your little tantrums. Leastways if you like having your neck attached to your head.
Kill us if you want, you bloodthirsty bastards! We're getting that treasure! Mark my words!
Trish, stop this madness.
Pa? I told you to stay put!
And let you throw your life away? You always were too hot-headed for your own good, girl. You have my apologies for this whole mess. I'd ask you to spare our lives. But I know how the world works. Can't let bandits think they can raise and pillage with impunity. You need to make an example out of us. So take me, hang me, behead me, whatever you please. Just leave my daughter and my people their lives. I beg you.
Have you lost your mind? I was the one who led us here. Me!
Didn't expect this from the likes of you lot. I suppose even the most unsavory of us has love for their daughters.
Love her I do. Aye. She's got a bit too much of my foolhardiness in her, as you can see. She's in such a fervor to find this treasure so I can live my final days in comfort. Can't blame her for looking after her old man, can you?
Stop talking, Pa!
I'm the head of our band of ruffians, so if anyone deserves to answer for your sins, it's me, and me alone. From one leader to another, once again I beg you, spare the others.
Then let's make a deal.
What sort of deal?
We shall pardon you and your kin and allow you to work in the Wolfort domain. But in exchange, would you serve House Wolfort? I would like you to help us find the treasure in this village.
Frederica.
I apologize for deciding this on my own, but there is some merit to this.
So you believe a treasure exists?
Of a sort, yes. It may be related to the salt crystal. We should at least take that possibility into consideration and investigate further.
So you're saying this treasure might help everyone, not just the lucky few? If that's the case, then I'm happy to shake to that. Take me instead of Pa, or we're like to be as old as he is before we find the treasure.
Stop with the bluster. I'm as spry as a... Ah! I cursed back.
We all know about your back, Pa. Now go on and rest. The young blood'll take care of it from here. There comes a time when a daughter's got to pick up her pa's slack, and that's now. I won't hear another word on the matter.
You'll be the end of me yet, girl.
Like father, like daughter.
Do you find this agreeable, Jerome?
I do. There was no harm done to my village or my people.
Then the deal has been struck. Let's get started with the search, shall we?
Yes, my lord. Leave it to me.
So this book is gonna help us find the treasure.
That it will. We found it stuffed in the deepest, darkest recesses of the Esfrosti archives. My thieving senses tell me it'll lead us to something that'll make us all rich.
Esfrost's most confidential information is stored in the archives. There is definitely something of import in there.
Never thought I'd say this, but good steal.
It wasn't easy, but I had to. For Pa. Sadly, it's locked up tight, and trust me, you won't be forcing that thing open. I tried.
I see. It's sealed with powerful magic.
Would we need another spell to counter the seal?
There's probably a key that can open it.
I had the same thought. It's probably nestled somewhere in this village.
What makes you say that?
Take a good look at the cover, and you'll see a map of Norzelia.
Indeed, there is. If this is the Norzelia River, then this must be the Wolfort Domain.
In which case, those jewels are right on...
This village.
Exactly! We came here because we thought we'd find a way to open it.
Jerome, do you have any notion where it could be?
I've never seen a key that would fit in that sort of lock.
Are you sure it's not just coincidence?
It could be, but if it isn't...
Then the key is in this village. And the treasure in this book must be related to the Roselle. And it may shed light on the nature of the salt crystal.
Then let's search the village.
Salt crystal? Care explaining?
In due time. First, we find the key. And when searching for lost things, a thief can be most useful. Can we count on your assistance, Trish?
Sure you can, Chief. It's what our lot do best.
We've scoured the village but have found nothing that resembles a key.
However, our search wasn't entirely fruitless. Trish told us an interesting story from when she stole the book. Share with the others, if you will.
The book seems to be titled The Diary of Orlea. Or, at least that's what the stuffy-looking attendant said it was. Didn't mean much to me at the time, but...
Orlea? But that's...
Yes. My mother. As you know, she led the uprising of the Roselle and laid the foundations of this very village after escaping from the source. It was sometime after that she met my father, the former Archduke.
Frederica, if indeed it was your mother who penned this book, then I believe you may already have the key.
Of course! The thing we've been searching for has been around my neck this entire time. It opened. So this was my mother's book.
Pray, read it for us, Frederica.
This is a legend handed down by the Roselle since times of old. It is the secret history of Norzelia. I, Orlea Roselle, am recording the legend here as the last keeper of these histories.
In ancient times, the Roselle lived in Centralia, a land to the distant south of Norzelia. It sat on the shore of the sea, a source that extended to the horizon and beyond. It was said to be a paradise, a place where people never wanted for salt. The Roselle knew more about salt than anyone, for it was a part of their everyday lives. In those days, Norzelia still rested at the bottom of the sea, but a cataclysm brought it to the surface, turning it into land. The sea dried up, and the small portion that remained is what we know today as the source. Eventually, many people migrated to the new land of Norzelia. They waged war over the source, wishing to get their hands on its precious salt. Our ancestors came to Norzelia in hopes of putting an end to the fighting. They knew that the salt still remained, even without the sea. It merely crystallized and sank deep into the earth. After all their searching, they unearthed a giant crystal. No, a very pillar of salt. They showed it to the people of Norzellia, told them that salt could be found beneath their very feet. However, those who had seized control over the source sought to reign over all of Norzellia by controlling the salt. They, the holy state of Hyzant, attacked and slaughtered the Rosell. They hid the pillar, erased the existence of salt crystals, and imprisoned the surviving Rosell at the source. Thus we were branded sinners, criminals who wanted sole dominion over the land's salt. To justify their own monopoly, Hyzant created the goddess's teachings, but she needed a villain. To this very day, the Rosell are scorned, made to shed blood and tears, all in her name. But the goddess herself is proof of the Rosellan legends. I saw it with my own eyes during the uprising. Inside of her statue is the pillar of salt that was taken from our ancestors. But I could not expose the truth of the goddess. It took everything I had just to get a fragment. But that piece is the key to freeing the Rosell. It must be. For my brethren who continue to suffer for a crime they did not commit.
The Holy State's teachings are false. The goddess's blessing spread across all Norzellia. The blessing of the true goddess. The blessing that shall be the key to the chains that bind our people. The blessing my mother spoke of was the salt crystal.
And the false teachings referred to salt existing outside the source. It would be the key to ending Hyzant's monopoly on salt. This has the power to change Norzellia as we know it, but it is not something we can recklessly proclaim.
But I cannot forgive Hyzant. They rewrote history with their false doctrines and continue to oppress the Rosell, all to maintain their power over salt.
We have the keys that can unlock the fetters that have bound us for so long. We need only find a way to use them.
We would need conclusive evidence. Right now, all we have is a salt crystal. We would not be able to prove that more salt lies beneath the earth, or even the truth of the goddess's statue.
I don't care how much time it takes. Can we not find out the truth?
House Wolford is currently under the banner of Hyzant. We may be branded as rebels if the Holy State deems our actions as defiance of the goddess.
And so, history would repeat itself.
But my mother has given us a chance with this book. I cannot simply let it pass me by.
I understand how you feel, and the responsibility of House Wolford to the Rosell. Please give me some time to think, Frederica.
Of course. I believe in House Wolford. And in you, Serenoa.
You deserve credit as well, Lady Frederica. You and your mother are the reasons we can wield this truth. You are a friend of the Rosell, now and forever. Walk proud, with the knowledge that you have served your people well.
I shall. Thank you, Jerome.
There is none other I would trust to lead our people into the future. Where you go, we shall follow. Of that you have my word.
I shall count on it.
I think I follow you. These Salt crystals. They're the treasure we're looking for?
Correct, and not a word to anyone of what's written in this book.
Mum's the word, promise. Guess that means you don't want any suspicious-looking fellows anywhere near this place. Now, I know we haven't always seen eye to eye, but how'd you feel about leaving the protection of this village to Pa and the others? Decrepit as he is, he can still bust heads better than any rank-and-file troops. I can promise that much.
For what it's worth, I believe her. Her sort aren't known for lying.
As do I. Then I leave the protection of the village to Travis. I hope that's fine with you, Jerome.
The Roselle treat all creeds fairly, so long as we are treated fairly and kind.
Thank you for your understanding. Well then, we should return to the capital. I would consult with Benedict and Roland on this new turn of events.